We live in a world made by the rich for the rich. What you see in the news and the advice you get is designed to keep you stuck running the rat race while the top 1% of earners get richer. In this video, we will go over the 12 secrets that the top 1% don't want you to know. Let's get locked in and take some notes. The secrets we're about to go over might change everything you believe and shift your mindset moving forward in 2025. Okay, so the first secret that the 1% doesn't want us to know is actually a lie, and that is to work harder. But the reality of it is that working hard alone won't make you rich or successful. Yes, they encourage you to hustle and grind, but they know the truth that the path to wealth lies in leverage, not labor. While you're breaking your back working overtime, they're using other people's time, money, and skills to build their empire and generational wealth. Working smarter and not harder will be the difference between leaps and steps. Instead of physically working harder, work mentally harder. Education is essential if you want to get ahead. Read some books, ask some questions, take a course, or watch some videos like this one. Even if you have to educate yourself, find the discipline to lock in. Nobody is going to save you. The number one asset you have when you're starting from the bottom is your mind. Start using it. The second secret is that the top 1% actually wants you to think of money as a negative force. See, when you link wealth to greed and dishonesty, you become hesitant to chase it without feeling guilty when in reality, money is actually a resource, an influential one that can enhance your ability to make a difference when utilized properly. Having financial freedom should be the goal, yet so many of us were raised around a fear of money. Either fear of making it or fear of keeping it. The top 1% want us to be fearful of becoming wealthy. You've heard it at least once in your life. More money, more problems. As true as that may be in some cases, not having money will most likely bring even more problems if you aren't already realizing that. We need to normalize financial literacy, being taught and being open to having more conversation around money. The more afraid you are of money, the more likely you are to not need it. The third secret on our list, savings won't make you rich. They push the save and invest in a mutual fund narrative too much, but the top 1% don't actually follow it themselves. They invest in high risk, high reward opportunities, startups, real estate, stocks, and businesses that multiply their wealth 100x. Keeping your money in a savings account will not cause your income to grow. Our dollar seems to be losing its value each year. While it doesn't actually hurt to save money, especially if you are just now earning real money in your life, it is essential that you utilize your money as an asset. Invest your money into something that can give you an ROI or return on investment. By all means, if you set financial goals and need to save money to accomplish those goals, do what you gotta do. I'd simply suggest diversifying your money instead of saving it all. The fourth secret on the list, the school system is a trap. They fund educational systems and teach us to be obedient employees, not critical thinkers or risk takers. You're taught to work for money while they learn to make money work for them. Of course, kids need an education, and unfortunately, most of us can't afford to put our kids, let alone ourselves, through top-tier schools or classes. Thankfully, there are many communities out there showing up each day to educate and share their knowledge with the resources they do have and under the circumstances they may have. These are our teachers in low-income areas and our creators in the online communities sharing their passion through education and knowledge. I'm not saying to stop going to school or drop out of college. I'm just saying that you need to accept the reality of what it really is, and instead of feeling victimized or cheated, become inspired and disciplined to learn and to earn. The fifth secret that the 1% doesn't want us to know, tax laws are written for the wealthy. They know the loopholes, the incentives, and the strategies to legally avoid taxes while we're stuck paying a significant chunk of our income. You know, the money you worked hard to earn while building up someone else's empire. Wealthy people own assets, not salaries, and assets are taxed differently. I won't get into too much about taxes and how the system wasn't designed for us. I know taxes are confusing and a sensitive subject for some people. I'd suggest educating yourself on financial literacy. Do not avoid paying taxes and do not be fearful to understand what taxes are. The top 1% of people want you to think that taxes are confusing. Most people won't even bother to learn. Don't be most people. The sixth secret on our list, debt is a weapon, only if you know how to use it though. The top 1% of earners want you to fear debt. but the rich use it as a tool to acquire more wealth. They leverage other people's money to buy assets that generate cash flow and pay off the debt themselves. The wealthy understand that debt can help them grow their assets and create opportunities. They invest in real estate, stocks, and businesses using borrowed money. This might seem risky to many, but the rich know how to manage that risk. For example, they often use fixed rate loans for properties they plan to rent out. Rental income usually covers the mortgage payments, leaving them with a profit. Over time, property values increase, providing wealth accumulation that outpaces the debt. They consider the cost of the debt relative to the potential return on investment. If they can borrow at a low interest rate and expect a higher return on their investments, it makes sense to take on that debt. The key is doing the math before jumping in. Before purchasing a new property, successful investors will calculate the expected cash flow and compare it to their financial obligations. If the numbers work in their favor, they proceed with confidence. You should be doing the same. The seventh secret: your consumerism funds their lifestyle. Every time you buy a new phone or computer, trendy or designer clothes, or even overpriced copy from your favorite coffee shop, you're putting money directly into their pockets. Meanwhile, the top 1% are investing in assets that appreciate over time. The name of the game is assets versus liabilities. We can go over this concept in another video, but for now, you need to keep track of your spending. Are you wasting or investing? Are your purchases helping you or overall hurting you? Your spending is filling up their funding. Be mindful of what you are purchasing, or especially what you're consuming. The eighth secret on the list: connections matter more than talent or skill. Access to the right people will open more doors than any degree or skill set. They build exclusive networks that perpetuate their wealth and keep outsiders at a distance. This is something that I've more recently came to terms with. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. The top 1% aren't the ones clocking in. They aren't the editors, they aren't in the office every day. They don't need to have the skills themselves. In fact, most people in the top 1% just have superior managing skills. They hire people to delegate the small stuff. They find someone to hire the team and manage the team. Sure, this may not apply to most, but most aren't in the top 1%. There's a good quote saying, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. You cannot wear all of the hats in your business or company. When you have a small business, you have to play all of those roles. But these secrets aren't for the small businesses. These secrets are for the top 1%, so you get the point. The ninth secret: time is their most valuable asset. They don't waste it on distractions or meaningless tasks. They hire people to do what they can't or won't do, freeing up their time to focus on wealth building strategies. You can't have the time to do everything that needs done. You utilize your assets and resources, be it people, technology, or proper time management. The top 1% aren't out here washing dishes or doing laundry. They aren't sitting in hour-long meetings and scrolling social media for hours. They are using their time to earn money, to buy back more time. Your time is everything, people. Act like it. 10th secret that the top 1% doesn't want you to know: the stock market is rigged in their favor. While you're hoping your portfolio grows steadily with your strategic investing, they have insider information, access to high-frequency trading, and the capital to manipulate markets to their advantage. This applies to the stock market as well as the crypto space. This one is all about who you know. Thankfully, in the crypto space, the odds are a little more even. There are resources to learn how to stay ahead, and even online communities that are supporting one another and sharing their insider information. Money can bring out the greed within people, but realizing that everyone can win when we lock in together can be the biggest game changer. 11th secret, and probably the best: failure is ultimately the greatest teacher. The top 1% embrace setbacks as learning experiences and take calculated risks without fear. You've been taught to play it safe, but the rich know that big rewards require bold moves. You can't walk on eggshells when it comes to growth. You will make mistakes, you will learn from them. Failure alongside with pain is the best teacher. It's the kick in the ass that you need. It's the fun of the game. Don't get me wrong, winning should be the goal, but every great hero story comes with a setback that develops the hero to surpass their limits. Keep on trying, keep on going. Finally, the 12th secret that the top 1% doesn't want you to know: they thrive on your ignorance. The less you know about money, investing, and business, the more they can exploit your labor, time, and consumer habits to benefit their own agenda. They want you to think it's impossible to learn how to get ahead and that life isn't fair. It's the economy or the government or your upbringing that won't allow you to have a chance in life. It's a lie. So what's the takeaway, people? Stop playing the game they've rigged against you and educate yourself about money. Learn to think like an investor and prioritize ownership over consumption. Break free from the chains of mediocrity. Start building your own empire. It's time to outsmart the system and claim the wealth and power they don't want you to have. You have to learn before you can earn. You have to walk before you can run. Apply these secrets to really shift gears and get ahead. Maybe you will never hit that 1%. Maybe it's too hard and it's too much to apply these secrets to your life. Whatever it is you choose, realize that it is a choice at the end of the day. It's a choice to stay complacent and it's a choice to level up in life. The choice is yours. Thank you for making it this far, and I hope we can start seeing the results we deserve from here on out. Hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with the content and value to come, and I'll see you here on Ambission Mentality, where ambition meets passion and you build success. All right.